Good evening, everybody. This is First Friday at the Fab Lab at AMRoC. Well, at the new AMRoC. And we're going to give you a quick peek of that here in a little bit. But just want to say, hey to everyone. I hope everyone is having a great week. I hope you've been productive. I hope that you've gotten things that you needed to do. But also, I want to stress to everyone out there, I know things are hectic, but I want you to go out and enjoy your weekend. But first, I want you to sit down with us and talk with us tonight. I am Brian Alvarez Bailey. You probably saw me at the last First Friday in May. I'm EIR for FCDI, the Foundation for Community Driven Development, and I'm here at AMRoC. My role is I'm going to be a mentor, partner, and one of the executive sponsors of our Equity and Entrepreneurship program. So if you're not familiar, the Equity and Entrepreneurship program is a program where regular folks can come in and really have their ideas nurtured and tailored to a specific business model. And part of that is we want to do a pitch competition here at the reopening of AMRoC. So again, as I mentioned, we are in the new location today, and we're going to take you around and be able to see some new things. But ultimately, part of that relaunch event on June 18th will be we are going to put on a big idea pitch competition. And that pitch competition is really going to be for everyone that has an idea, something they've been thinking about, something that's been, rattling around their mind. But we want to be able to give folks an opportunity to pitch us and come and talk about their business ideas. So we're really excited about that. Obviously, also with the Equity and Entrepreneurship program in the month of July, we'll be doing our Big Idea Brew Club. Now, so if you think of the Big Idea Pitch Competition as this one sort of off event where you can come and talk about your business idea and see how viable it is, think of the Big Idea Brew Club much in that same way, only scaled up. So this is going to be a 4-week program that we're going to be supporting and putting and hosting at New AMRoC. And the goal of that is to be able to really hone that idea into a business, or at the very least, give you the foundational tools to be able to make an idea that you have into a business. So we're really excited about that. There are also some other awesome, really cool things happening at AMRoC. We're super supportive of our partners, and today we're actually going to talk to one of our partners, Miss Brandy Jackson. She is the CEO of Scoutlier, and just super awesome, and she's killing it in terms of creating innovative tools and software services for the ed tech space. And I'm going to bring her in to talk a little bit about more what she's working on.
Hey, Brian. Thank you so much. How are you?
I am doing excellent. How are you doing this Friday?
Good. I'm a little sweaty. We've been working hard today, moving things over here into the space and really making sure that as AMRoC kicks it off again this summer, that we are really ready to support a community of innovators. One of the things that Scoutlier is really involved in is we're a lesson design and delivery platform specifically for experiential learning, doing hands-on learning and helping students and teachers begin some of those skills. So one of the things we're really excited about this year is that for one of the first times ever, we're going to be supporting AMRoC as they do professional development for Hillsborough County Public Schools and the Tampa STEM Network, really showcasing some innovative ideas that teachers can bring back to their classroom and how they can use these resources here at AMRoC to support their school system. Another project we're getting off the ground is a equity and entrepreneurship for kids. So many people, when we think of entrepreneurship, we think of adults that are out there changing the world with their bright ideas. But the reality is kids are great resources for research and development and entrepreneurship because they don't come from a place of no. They come from a place of yes, why not? And so their ideas are so innovative. So we're actually building out some curriculum this year that will be coming live soon. We're going to be doing some resources together for the community out at the state fair. We're just doing so many things to get innovation into our school systems and making that possible. So I'm so excited to actually come in here, roll our sleeves up, get some of our staff over here at AMRoC and make sure that when it opens up again, later this June, that it is the same awesome place that it was previously just across the hall, but that it's even better situated to serve our youth and our teachers that are driving innovation in our school system. And if you're a teacher here in the local area or even far, far beyond, you should really stay connected with AMRoC and with the Scoutlier resources, because we are going to have a lot of things that are going to be helping you do what you need to do in the classroom with hands-on learning. And it's going to be a really great year. We're really excited that schools are opening up and we can do more hands-on learning again. And I'm really excited to be supporting AMRoC.
So, I mean, that was spot on. I mean, I think ultimately, folks really need to turn their eye toward the youth when thinking about entrepreneurship. How did that become such a passion of yours? Like what was the genesis behind that?
Well, we have in public schools, we have a lot of assessments, right? It's like, okay, let's learn this because we're going to take a test. Let's learn this because we're going to take a test. And the reality is that kids need to see that the things they're learning can directly impact the world around them. For my own child, he started his own business this last December. And, I've just seen how much confidence he has gained, how better prepared he is to enter the next phase of his life, because he understands how to work with others, how to price out his services, how to work on like supply and demand, and what all of that means. He's got real skills. And the lessons that he's learning in school are being put into play. He no longer asks, why do I have to learn geometry? Oh, I know I have to learn geometry because I'm going to learn this skill. Why do I need to use these things I'm doing in classrooms? Well, it's because it actually does prepare you for a future career. And we want students to understand that, not all careers that exist today will be here 5 years from now. Automation is going to take some of those careers away, which is, definitely something we need to prepare our students for. But our students are going to be able to actually create future careers. And they do that through entrepreneurship and innovation. And so I just feel like it's so important that we build those skills for students, and that we as innovation community centers support teachers so that they can continue to build these skills in for our students. I'm really excited that our local school system is bringing us in and helping us do that, and that we've got this awesome new space where students can come in and family members can come in and they can actually do multi-generational learning together around entrepreneurship and innovation.
So it's not just, the youth, but it's also mom and dad, right? It's brothers and sisters, cousins and aunts that can also take advantage of this type of learning and training.
Oh, for sure. And I think I think when you look at small businesses, so many small businesses are family run, people work together. And so it's a great thing that we have here, that anyone from any generation can come into AMRoC and get resources and learn about entrepreneurship, how to start off a community based business, and then how to actually take it into the next level where it's actually a live business that can sustain and grow.
No, that's spot on. So Brandy, with your passion clearly geared toward education, tell us a little bit about Scoutlier and how you've taken those tenets and then really wrapped this disruptive technology around it.
So when we're talking about hands-on learning in the classroom, we really have to think about equity and accessibility. Equity meaning that can every child learn through this system? Can every school system bring it in? And accessibility, does the technology meet students' needs levels of all different learning capabilities, like if they're blind or have, mobility issues, if they learn at different levels? And so when we built Scoutlier, we built it for that purpose. We built it to be an equitable tool and an accessible tool. It can run on any device, a laptop, a cell phone, a tablet. And in here in AMRoC, what we see is, people come in and they want to do something, but they need to be able to learn at whatever pace they're really at. And you don't always have an instructor that can stand there and hold your hands and walk you through the process. So in Scoutlier, we're able to break down any type of learning lesson into steps that when you accomplish them, you accomplish a set of tasks. And then when you're finished, you've actually accomplished skills. Here at AMRoC, a student can learn, or a participant, we'll call them because they're not all students, can learn robotics. They can learn mechatronics, all the different parts of robotics, which is mechanical, the electronics, the computer science, the fabrication. They can come in, they can learn 3D printing, they can learn laser cutting, they can learn how to work in the wood shop, they can learn how to sew, they can learn, they can actually compete in competitive robotics. But all of that means someone has to have some real skills. And, we would love to say that every person is capable of learning those on their own. Most people aren't. They need some support. And so with Scoutlier, we're able to provide that. And for our community members that do work in innovative career fields, they actually have the ability to partner with us, with AMRoC and FCDI and Scoutlier, to actually become community mentors and have their abilities shared with our community centers, our after school programs, with school systems, where people can actually learn from experts and not a teacher saying, well, someday you might have a career that needs you to do this. An actual professional can say, in my career, I do this. And we're able to house all of that in Scoutlier, and anyone can use the application for free and use those lessons to learn at their own pace. And that's really important to us. And luckily, we have some really good community support to get that going here at AMRoC and at Hillsborough County Public Schools. It's going to be pretty great.
That is just, so firstly, love what you're doing with Scoutlier, but you said the key phrase there, the level of skin in the game and ownership that you have within your community to actually give back into this system. I think you're removing the barrier of, hey, I don't know this, but I'm going to work with an expert that frankly looks and is a part of a similar culture, and you're exposing this new idea, this new thing. And so it sounds to me like you're creating this pipeline to do that more efficiently.
That's a really huge part of it. I was actually talking to an engineer today, and she was explaining to me that when she got her PhD in engineering, she opened up a book, and every single example was a masculine example. Paul and Steve are at the racetrack, and they're doing this with the race car. And she said, first of all, it was very masculine. It was built to teach a man. It was built to teach a certain a certain ethnic man. And she's like, and I didn't really feel like I had my place. And what we do with Scoutlier, with partnerships like with you guys, with equity and entrepreneurship, is to make sure that every single person sees that they have a place in STEM learning, in high quality careers that will move forward and be around for generations to come, and that these students have a place to find success. And I think that's really important. And I love that we're doing that here.
Absolutely. And part of the mission of equity and entrepreneurship is to make it so that it's very much not focused on a single gender or focused on a single ethnicity. It's wanting to be as inclusive as it can to basically empower and enable a person that is that doesn't have a lot of examples of folks like them in a given field, to give them the conditioning that they themselves can actually participate and be successful. Because frankly, at a human level, we all want to be successful at what we do, and we need mentors, and we need people like yourself, and we need, frankly, systems like Scoutlier to be able to empower that. So that's just an amazing thing that you guys have.
Absolutely. And I think we have to connect mentors in, because a child is not like their parents. We all think they are, but like one thing I've learned with my teenager is he's very different than me. The things that I'm interested in, the skills that I have, the way that I found my future, self, very different than what he's doing. And because we have this network of mentors, we're able to plug him into people that can help him follow his dreams. And I think that's where Scoutlier and AMRoC really work well together, is that we've got such a wide network of people that want to see the economy and the culture and the children of Hillsborough area grow and flourish. And when you have a big group of people working together or something like that, you just can't help but find success.
No, that's so. Having met your son, yes, I can definitively say that the personality types are just a little different.
So I just got a message that
No, I think so. I think in the haste of us mentioning that Brandy's son Barrett was not similar to her, I think he sabotaged our stream, so she kind of had to take a bit of a sabbatical. But I think one of the things that we really want to make sure, rolling up to the 18th of June before we do our big relaunch, is we want to make it clear that we do have this youth focus in terms of what we're doing, but we also want to make it a family oriented event. We want mom there, we want dad there, we want cousins and aunts, because ultimately FCDI and the entire AMRoC family, we are a family, right? And so part of it is, we do want to incentivize folks that otherwise would not have interest or an intro into entrepreneurship. We want to be that low bridge that you guys can walk across to really better understand things. I think we did get Brandy back. Let me see if I can get her back here from Parts Unknown. Brandy, did they steal you away? Did they come and grab
no,
you?
I got it back. Sorry
Look
about
at
that.
you.
So I actually wanted to show you the new space of AMRoC. You can see
Where are you, Brandy? Where are you?
I am standing in the front window of the new AMRoC studios. In fact, if we look through here, you actually see it's right across the hall from the old AMRoC studios. And we have been really working hard to get this thing ready for June 18th. I am standing in the front. Right now, I am standing in the pit where we will have our big robotics pit set up to go. It'll be all set up in a couple of days, be ready to go. Over here on this side is we're going to have a esports organization going to be showcasing stuff over here. Then we have so much awesome stuff going on in here. We've got a full classroom of computers. As I walk through a little bit more, you'll see here there's our classroom station where students can come and learn through different modules that we're going to have as we build these out in the next couple weeks. We've got different robotic stations. We've got the Vex robotic stations. We've got the Vex Go, which is also, it's all set up. We have got our Lego space in the back over here. We have some personal office workspace for the different groups that work with AMRoC to come in and have meetings or really be able to talk to people about what's going on. We have got resources. We've got stuff for people to come in and just spend some time chilling out, with like their family, playing some game nights that we set up. We have got our textile room is getting all set up where people can come in and learn how to do sewing and do some really cool stuff in there. We just got our 3D printing room is almost completed. You'll see it's up and running. Everything's coming in. We had a big move, so we got to check to make sure everything is up and running correctly. We've got tons of new storage, and our workshop is in the back where Terry is at. And so she's going to go over the next stage and talk about really where our future is going and to show you what's going on there in the back.
That is awesome, and thank you so much for really showing folks exactly what we're doing here. I think one of the things that gets lost is that people think you move and you kind of just let everything just sit. It's like, no, we're working, and we're working diligently to really get this thing back and running and better than it ever was, and super excited for the 18th to be able to expose it to the greater public. But I did want to bring Mrs. Terry Willingham, who is the program director for the AMRoC Fab Lab and FCDI, and just kind of have her kind of tell her side of things, just because I know she's been working diligently to really program and to construct the best possible space possible. And I want to at least give her the ability to kind of walk us through and kind of show all the fruits of her labor. Hey, Terry.
Hello. Well, hello from the back of AMRoC. And you saw the front there, and I'm sitting in the shop, and I'll give a brief tour. This is a huge space, and we'd be remiss not to give a shout out to RD Management and Soaring City and the Tampa Innovation Partnership, who are helping make this space possible for us. It's 8,000 square feet. It's about 500 square feet larger than our old space. You can probably hear drilling going on because I think my significant other and our CFO is wielding some tools in the other room, putting some things together. But in the old space, and a lot of people have been in there, our storage and our workshop and everything were all kind of mixed together. We are retrofitting a fab lab into what are essentially retail spaces. This before was a Foot Action. Our old space was a Champs. And so we're taking retail spaces and we're turning them into working machine shops and 3D printing areas and labs and learning spaces. And so, it's really, it's an interesting project to do. And so you can see the workshop, the benches behind us. We've got tools going in, we've got ventilation systems going in, and it's designed to be a public community workspace. And there's nothing like it, right? So we're in the mall, and you can walk into the space in the mall, and you can learn how to use 3D printers. You can use a computer lab. You can use the business center. We're partnered with Hillsborough County Public Library System. They just gave us through a grant program a huge collection of on-site reference materials that anyone can come in, and when you're learning and you're using the sewing machines or using the 3D printers, or you're in the Entrepreneurship Center, you can pull these books out and supplement what you're learning in a contextual real-time basis. He's not going to quit drilling. So
Hey, we got to drink our own Kool-Aid, Terry. We got
to go, man. We got to get built here. So I'm super excited about this. We've done all of this in the space of 3 years. We're celebrating our third anniversary. We run 500 children a year minimum through our programs here, 60 on site just through our on-site robotics programs. And partnering now with Brandy to be able to create this online content that expands our reach of what we're able to do and gives more access and helps people reproduce what we're doing. That's gold. That's a fantastic thing to be able to do. And working with you, Brian, on the entrepreneurship program and being able to expand what we're doing with that, in the context of manufacturing, right? We've been having this conversation about manufacturing-based entrepreneurship.
That's right.
And that's exciting.
So Terry, I guess I want to just go back to something that you said. So this was a shoe store effectively, and you really took this space that was used for something different and kind of changed it into a collaborative innovation space using something that really was not here before. That's essentially what we're trying to do with our equity and entrepreneurship program, and we're trying to teach folks how to take resources and shape them into what they need to.
Right, exactly. When you look at something, think about it in different ways, right? We're used to being taught, and you're having a little bit of that conversation about assessment testing, right? We're taught to think in certain very regimented ways, and a space like this helps you look at things in a lot of different ways, right? We rarely say no. We often say, let's look at it, let's think about it, let's see what's possible. And I think that's an important thing, right? When you hear something, no one here is ever told, no, that's a dumb idea, we can't do that, right? Everything is a possibility, right? Yep. Every idea it has as much potential to become a reality as any other idea, depending on what you put into it, how creative you are in your approaches. And that equity portion, right? How many barriers can we remove for people to be able to learn and to create and to have their own businesses? So, I think this is a living lab, and we walk our talk with it, right? That's what this is about. So we're building it from the ground up. We're taking a shoe store and turning it into a community center with tools. and resources and classroom space. And if we can do that, other people can do things too, right?
That's right. I know this is super hectic, and I know just the move has been crazy. Talk to me about a little bit of your excitement for the 18th, for June 18th, our relaunch.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. So, we're members of the Uptown Chamber of Commerce, and they're going to come and do a ribbon cutting here. We did a ribbon cutting when we opened up across the hall, so it's fun to be able to do it again. And we're going to have, Brandy here, and a bunch of our other community partners will be here as well. And we're going to have the kids here with their robots, right? So other students can see what's going on. We have availability for kids on our teams, and we really want to be able to reach the kids in the community here and get them involved on being on the robotics teams. And so, it's just so exciting to sort of like be able to do this again, right? And be able to do it in a new way and be able to do it in a new space. Just show people what's available, what's possible, and that this is as close as your mall, right? You come into the mall and you can come in here and everything's available to you. And, I get excited when people walk in and see the space and it's like, what is this? And when they walk around and see what it is and see what it offers to them, I find that extremely exciting. I get excited when they get excited. So I think it's awesome.
Well, to be fair, Terry, I get excited when you get excited. So that's kind of pay it forward. No, that's awesome. And so obviously, we're super excited to be reopening and relaunching. Part of that, obviously, from my standpoint, is I'm super excited to help host the Big Idea Pitch event that's happening on the 18th as well. And, again, I do encourage folks that are in the community that do have ideas, come down and see us. Like, even if you don't have the courage to pitch in front of everybody, that's okay. Like, we're fine with that too. But, we want to be that resource, right? And again, we've been talking about this the last couple of weeks about entrepreneurship in the manufacturing space. If you have an idea that, is within manufacturing and you think you can turn into something, we want to talk to you, right? We want to help, we want to support. And so,
if you want to prototype something, right? So if you have an idea and you don't have to spend a fortune to test your idea out. That's what the whole point of the space is, right? You can prototype it. We can 3D print it. We can machine it. We can fabricate it. We're in a mall. We can market it, right? We can do product testing. We can do surveys, right? You're here where you can actually get real-time feedback and resources from your idea and develop it in context of your market, which I think is, that's a rare thing. How often do you get to do that, right? You've been in incubators and you've been in these other things. How often do you get to, even for Brandy, right? Because we're in a sense incubating Scoutlier as well, right? How often do you get to really try out your product or your idea or your service in the context of real time like this? So, I think that's amazing. The other thing is too, we have a few other things coming up. We have Roboticon in October, right? So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be even more close to home. Saturday, we're going to be at the Caribbean Heritage Festival at UACDC. I think we're all in for that party. But we'll be there. We'll have hand out some flyers about our grand opening here. We're recruiting for the students for summer programs. We obviously have the professional professional development for the teachers in July. And of course, the Big Idea Brew Club, which we're super excited about. And Brian told you a lot about. I can't wait to get our entrepreneurship program launched here in the new space. Last 2 years, we launched 25 new businesses from the program. And I think we've refined it even better with Brian's help and with lessons learned. So, I don't know what else to say. I am going to pivot, and Steve's going to wave. Wait a minute. Where is he? You can also see more of the Fab Lab. There he is.
Hey, Steve.
All right, co-founder, and he's going back into work. He's like, I can't.
Right. I was saying, get back to work. No slacking. We're pushing toward the 18th. No, that's awesome, guys. And I'm super appreciative, and honestly, I'm just humbled. I mean, you both, specifically for me, I consider you both to be mentors and dear friends, but I just love the idea that you put the benefit of the community before your own personal theses, and that just means a lot to me as a business owner myself. And so again, just thank you guys for your time. Thank you for all the work that you guys have been doing for the Uptown community. More importantly, just thank you for being able to put on a place like this and support this for something in the community. And
we all
yeah,
do it
I really
together.
appreciate you guys talking.
It's like we all do it together, right? You know,
We can only do it together.
We're just paying it forward, and you know, and you know, it's the circular economy of creativity. So I think it's awesome.
Awesome. And so I just want to say thank you also to you guys out there. Ultimately, you know, we could not be able to do it without you. And so again, we want to see you on the 18th, coming down in June 18th to see our reopening. But even before then, come down and check us out and come stop in and just poke your head in and see what we're doing. We're building robots and stuff. If that helps. So this has been First Friday at the Fab Lab. I'm Brian Alvarez Bailey, and I will see you guys soon. All right, take care.